Well, hey guys, I'm so glad that we're together today. We are at our Bible reading plan and we are starting reading in the Gospel of John. This is probably my favorite gospel. It's just amazing. I'm excited that we can do it together. So, if you will, have a seat and open your Bible and let's get into His Word. I got to encourage you, please read this for yourselves in its entirety. But I'm going to read a little bit from John chapter 1. It says to us, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through Him all things were made. Without Him nothing was made that has been made. In Him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." Wow. Jesus incarnate. Jesus coming to us. The book of the Gospel of John harkens us back to the very first words of our Bible. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1. It mirrors that and it brings full meaning, and it shows us God coming to us again to restore the things that had been broken in Genesis 3, the fall of humanity that's affected all of us. But hey, so Jesus incarnate with us, God in our midst. That's what Jesus did. He came to us. God came to us in Bethlehem through the Virgin. Why? Well, love. God come to us to show us. Jesus come to show us love, the love of God. Jesus come because Yahweh, it was the plan all along. So Jesus comes. Jesus, it says, is the light. And Jesus came and He shined light and darkness cannot overcome it, it says. Jesus lights our way because we stumble in the shadows and in the darkness of this world and in the darkness of our own hearts. We need to see truth. We need to know truth. We needed to touch truth. And we need, to see and experience God's grace. We have that. Jesus shines upon us. Jesus also, it says Jesus is our life in these verses. Jesus brings purpose. He gives us that. He gives us purpose in life by bringing life, overcoming the powers of darkness. And it says in Romans chapter 8, first few verses there, it says that by the power of God, the Spirit of God that resurrected Jesus to life, the power of sin and death has been broken. That's life. We have life in Jesus. It's amazing. It goes on. Let me just read two more verses to you. In verse 14, it says, so the Word, that's how it's referring to Jesus. So the Word became human and made His home among us. He was full of unfailing love and faithfulness. And we have seen His glory, the glory of the Father's one and only Son. And verse 18, it says, no one has ever seen God but the unique one, who is Himself God, is near the Father's heart, and He has revealed God to us. The disciples knew Jesus, knew Him, and they touched Him. They were touched by Him. They ingested, they ingested Jesus into their lives. Jesus said in John 6 that they took Him, that the disciples took Jesus into themselves. Now Jesus, in doing this, Jesus is among us. By being born again, as we'll see in a couple chapters, that we, from being born of God spiritually, that this new life, that is a new lease on life, it is life. We are among God. We are with God, and God is in us. And so he is among us, and we know God. The promise of Jeremiah 33, 31 through 33. But we've taken Jesus. We've taken him into our lives by his Spirit, by faith. And we're reminded of that even as we take him into our lives, even symbolically through the Lord's Supper. These things are very important. This is a fascinating, a bit mystical, but a wonderful, wonderful gospel. The good news of Jesus Christ. Don't miss it. Be blessed by it. God, I pray that you will reveal things to us, and we will experience and learn more about you than we ever have. That's John 1, guys. Get into it. Be blessed by it. Pass on the video if it's helpful. If you have any questions, you feel free to leave questions or comments. And God bless you guys. I'll see you soon.